Hey, can I record it on my end too?
You should be, you might not be able to. I'll just forward you the recordings.
Okay, yeah, it says please ask host
Yeah,
to
hold on one
give you
second. I
permission.
will. I think we're
Oh,
live.
we're live. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Let me change the view here. There we go. Let me give you some, there we go. That should work. Okay. Hey, everybody, drop it in the chat. I'm just checking the Facebook page here really quick to see if we are live. We should be streaming.
We should. Hello,
There we
everyone.
are. Hey, everybody, drop it in the comment section. Let me know if you are on and you're watching the live. Drop the word live down in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, because, hey, you might be driving, you might be sleeping, who knows what's going on, drop replay in the comment section. It is Hope Savara and Julie Dillon in the house for Going the Distance Health and Fitness Challenge for every single one of you drivers. Thank you so much for signing up, taking the time, saying, I want to improve my health, because the first step was you to click that button and sign up for the challenge. I know that form was incredibly exhausting. We asked you things like, what's your name? And if you're a truck driver, and some of the things that you want to improve in your life. I know those are exhausting questions, but you filled them out. And that is the first step towards better health, towards better wellness, towards better fitness as you are a truck driver in your everyday life. As many of you know, Julie and I are all about the small, simple changes. We want you to move forward in your health and get those long-term wins. Get those things that just keep you going for the long haul, long after you're a driver. And today is the kickoff day. So we're going to tell you what to expect, what you need to do, and hopefully a little motivation along the way to get you started and get you excited. Julie, what do we have going on this week? What's happening today?
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. It's been a while since we've been able to work together, and with everything going on, everything's been virtual, but hey, we made it work, and here we are again. So I'm excited to be here and be able to get started on this. This is definitely something that I love, and I love to talk too. So y'all just bear with me on that one. But we want to be able to empower you, give you the tools to help you be successful. We have some people that are rejoining the challenge this year who were in the challenge last year, and they've sent me their before pictures, and we have before and after from last year, and then they sent in their pictures this year, and I'm like, whoa, look at the difference between a year and now and where they are. And I'm thinking, do you guys really even need this? But they're here with us, and we're excited to have them too. Just implementing those things that we taught last year and that they have been doing over the past year has made a huge difference in their health. And I'm so excited to be able to share that again with drivers this year. When we're talking about those simple things such as getting some movement in, drinking water, what's your breathing look like? We all need it, and we need to do it well, right? And I know that's something that you are such an expert in, and so I'm excited to get a refresher course even on that. And what are we eating? What are we putting in our body? Are we putting in a bunch of junk? Are we putting in good things like vegetables and fruits and those sorts of things? We're going to be studying and sleep. Whoa, sleep's such a biggie. And until we started really doing some research on it, and me learning more about it, even through this program last year, it's really been a huge eye opener for me. So I am ready to get started, and I know you are too. So you want to kind of just delve in a little bit about what we're going to be asking them to do this week?
Absolutely. So this week, think of this like the Kickstarter week. I don't know about you, but whenever I start something new, as much as I love like the blasting type of environment where they just are like, okay, this is what you're going to do, and it's a laundry list, we want to really make sure you create a foundation, because a foundation, just like a house, without a good foundation, the house, although it might have beautiful siding and beautiful granite countertops, like we just remodeled our house. My husband's a builder. I know these things at least enough to be dangerous. But if the foundation is bad, that's the one thing. My husband goes down into the basement and he has a flashlight and he is looking at everything to see where there were repairs, where there's hairline fractures, where there's big issues, where there's water coming in. If the foundation is bad, eventually everything above it will crumble. It's not a matter of if, it's really a matter of when. And so time and time again, I've seen this in health and fitness and wellness, not only in my own life, but over the last 20 years in thousands of other people's lives, truck drivers, school teachers, plumbers, you name it. And the number one thing is we jump to the beautiful siding, to the wonderful windows, to the drapery, to the design, and we don't want to set that foundation. And, you know, sometimes I wonder, why is that? Well, I think sometimes it's because it's not super glamorous and it's not super fun, but that's where Julie and I come in. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it exciting, and we're going to celebrate every single win that you have, because those tiny little wins that you're going to get over the next 5 weeks, I assure you with the absolute utmost confidence, those are going to be the things that you carry with for the rest of your life. Those are going to be the things that even when other parts of your life are not going so great, health or professional or personal, you're going to still be doing those things. These are the things that you're going to find yourself talking to other drivers, sure than not, within just a few days or a few weeks, going, you know, I've done this and this has really helped. And they're going to be these tiny little foundational wins. So that's really what this first week is about, and the entire challenge, but this first week especially. We're going to be setting up some standards, let's call it, okay? Because, you know, everyone has to have some standards and some guidelines, some basic foundational principles that we want you to try to get at every single day. Now, here's the reality. Sometimes days just don't go as planned, and I don't want you to beat yourself up over it. However, I am the queen. I'm the ex-queen of excuses. I have given every excuse under the sun as to why my life is so complicated, why I'm a special unicorn, and you don't know what my situation is like. And I know all those things, okay? I've been there. I still sometimes do them, and then I catch myself. We want to be able to help you push through those things and do it anyways. And those foundational things are going to be drinking a bottle of water. Yes, you heard me correctly. Just drink a bottle of water. I didn't say 120 ounces. I didn't say 18 bottles, because there also is too much of a good thing. So did you know that drinking too much water can actually hurt you? So we just want you to start with drinking 1 bottle of water. The second thing that we want to be able to get you in is just 1 fruit and 1 vegetable. Julie is going to dive so much into this, you guys. Like, we don't need to get caught in the weeds with this. If you're not drinking or you're not eating any fruit or vegetables at all, let's just start with 1, my friend, every day, because that is a win. Because guess what? If you eat 1 today, it's 1 more than you ate yesterday. If you have not eaten any vegetables or fruits in months or years, or drink water, guess what? You are 1 more than you did yesterday. And that is something to celebrate. We're not going to get caught in the weeds of what fruits are good and what fruits are bad, or you should eat this vegetable at this time. We're not going to get caught up in that, because if you're not doing these things, it doesn't matter what fruit or vegetable you eat. It's real food, and real food will always do better for your body than anything processed, anything man-made, anything artificial. So no matter what, fruit and vegetable is always a win. We also want you to get up and move. We're going to have a whole week on movement. I don't care if that's walking. I don't care if that's, you know, squatting in front of your truck. I don't care if that's a fancy exercise that you like doing. It doesn't matter to us. We just want you moving on purpose, not on accident, on purpose, where you're like, I got to get up and move. I haven't moved in a while. And then the last one is we want you to relax. We need you to start focusing on sleep. Sleep is a priority, but many of us think that we're Superman and that we can just continue to sacrifice sleep. And although many of you have an erratic schedule, it is difficult to sleep in many of the places that you're parked at night. We want to give you some solutions and some remedies to hopefully help curb those issues. And also, truth be told, the other things that we just talked about are also going to help you with sleep. So you start doing some of these things, you're probably going to notice that you're going to be sleeping a lot better. And then we're also going to be talking about breathing, and those are all going to be woven together. This is not going to be overwhelming. So if you're looking for a challenge that is just going to kill you and leave you dead every single day, this is not the challenge for you. Yeah. If you want to challenge someone yelling at you, trying to be the strongest, fittest person on the planet, this challenge is probably not for you. But if you just want to have a better quality of life, if you want to be able to get down and up off a chair or off the ground without losing your breath or needing assistance from multiple objects, this challenge is for you. If you just want to feel better wherever you are, this challenge is for you.
Absolutely. Kudos. I cannot agree more. And I have a good example of why we want you to do this and what we want you to be able to, feel like. Hope and I are very like-minded on a lot of things, health-wise and things like that. Little bit of an age difference there between the two of us, just in case you can't tell.
No, we can't tell, Julie.
But-
Don't say that.
But Hope has children about the same age that I have grandchildren.
Sorry.
And so with that being said, the other day I was at the pool with my grandkids, and I want to be able to do things and play with them in the pool and teach them how to swim and teach them how to dive and and do cannonballs and watermelons and things off the diving board. And if you don't have your help, it's hard to even walk out there and jump off and do things and know how that's going to work for you. And so to me, I was like, this is part of the reason and so much of why I do what I do, is I want to feel good, to be able to be there for my grandkids. For you, or you out there, it may be your kids, it may be your spouse, it may be your girlfriend, whoever it happens to be. You want to enjoy whatever time we have here being with them and being able to enjoy being with them, and not have to, like Hope said, having to have help to get up out of your chair or get up off the ground when you're playing with your kids or playing with your grandkids or playing with your dogs, whatever happens to be.
Not be out of breath doing basic things. I mean, these are things that I don't care how old you are or what your profession is. Like, I see this all the time. I felt this at one point in my life where it's like, wow, Hope, you got to get yourself together. So these are some of the things that we're going to be focusing on. Julie, what is their homework today? So this is the other thing, and then Julie's going to dive into this. Every single day, you're going to have homework. This is not, study for a test. This is not, how do I get 60 minutes of exercise in? I don't have the time or the space. These are our basics, foundations. Remember, foundations, the base of a house. But we want you to try a little bit harder to get all these things in. On the verge and the brink of discomfort is always the success in which we're trying to achieve. So unless you're a little uncomfortable, unless you're doing things that you're not used to or familiar with, there is no way for you to get a different result than what you have right now. Think about that. If I want something different than what I currently have, which we're talking about your health, your fitness, and your wellness, I have to do something different than what I've currently been doing, period. There is no way to get a different result unless you do that. It's impossible. It is absolutely impossible. So this is what we're trying to help you do. We're going to hold you accountable. That's what this group is for. That's why Julie and I are coming live every single day, Monday through Friday. That's why so many people in this group and in this chat and in this challenge are so hyped up, and they're going to be posting their wins. So Julie's going to lay out what it is that we want you to be doing and focusing on every day. We'll also follow up with a post in the group, but I also want every single one of you that's involved in this challenge to be posting your wins. That means take a picture and post your win. I don't care how small it is. Don't type in there, I know this isn't a big deal. Just say, hey, I did this today. And everyone is going to come up and celebrate you and help you bring momentum, because every time you share a win, you're going to push somebody else that maybe is feeling like they can't, or they shouldn't, or it's silly, or maybe they don't want to share, but they've had good momentum, and you're going to inspire another driver. There is nothing more motivating than inspiring somebody else to step up and do it too. And that's why this is a group challenge. That's why this is a community challenge. That's why this is not just you in your truck doing this by yourself and never telling a living soul. Like, we want to support each other. So Julie's going to tell you about what you have to do. And then remember, we want to be sharing and posting about it in the group, sharing your wins, tagging your friends. If you're doing this with a partner, tag them in your posts, and let's build some momentum and community towards trucking health. All right, take it away, Julie.
So thanks. Just some nuts and bolts things that we need to go ahead and cover for the challenge is, remember that you need to be sending me, and it's julie@truckersfund.org. That's a .org, not a .com.
I'm typing it right now in the chat.
Thank you. Send me your, what we call pre-post pic. So your before pic. We want you to send me a picture so that we can see a visual difference of, because if you follow what we are suggesting, the things that we're talking about in here, you will see a difference. And so, post I want to get your before pictures because so many people go, oh, I wish I would have done that. And so I want to see those. So send me your.
Post them in the group too. Post them in the group for everyone to see. Tag Julie and I.
And then each at the end of each week, there will be a form that's sent out to you. And so what that form will be, it'll say, I participated in this, I did this, I did this, I did this. That's how we know that you've been engaged and that you are staying and being participating in the program. And so we want you to fill out that form each week. I will send it out every Friday, and you have until Sunday night to get it filled out for me and sent back in. I'm telling you, it will not take a full minute to do. So fill that out, send it back in, and that lets me know, hey, you are participating each week. And then once you fill all 5 weeks out and you fill out all of those, then you're eligible for prizes that we have to give away. Things from Row Pro, things from Mother Trucker Yoga, if St. Christopher Fund, whatever it happens to be, we'll get some things out there for you. So that's how you do that. That's how we know you participated. Hope or I Won will be going on here live every day, Monday through Friday through October the 1st. Some days we'll be on here together. Some days it will be just one of us. But, where else will you find people that care about you, care about your health, and are willing to come on 5 days a week for 5 weeks for free? Guys, it just doesn't happen. Go out and look that up, research that, see how much that would cost you normally. This is because we care and we want to be here for you. And this is our way of saying we appreciate what you do for our industry and we want to give back to you in some way. So thank you for all that you do. And hopefully this is just a small token of our appreciation, because we do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate what you do. Now, for what we expect for you for this week, it's not a whole lot. Starting today, every one of you probably can figure out some sort of vegetable. If you walk into any of the fuel stops, most of them will have some sort of little section over there where you can get a little cup of fruit, or where you can get a vegetable of some sort, or a little assortment of vegetables in those little plastic cups. So each thing for this week, we want you to drink 1 bottle of water, 1 fruit or vegetable, and 15 minutes of movement. 15 minutes of movement. Now, one thing that we would like for you to do, and this is probably honestly going to be the most difficult for some of you, or maybe most of you, is we know how important sleep is. It is crucial to good health. We know it's important. So what we want you to do is really focus on 20 minutes before you go to sleep, turning off those electronics. And that is difficult. I know it is. Some of you fall asleep to the TV and it's what you're used to. And we're not going to tell you to recreate your whole sleeping. That's not what we're here for. But if you can, put down your phone, put down your tablet, turn off your TV 20 minutes before you go to sleep. Just to quiet your mind, quiet your spirit, calm yourself down, and get ready to go to bed. That's it. So 1 more fruit or vegetable, 1 bottle of water, 15 minutes of movement. And it doesn't have to be 15 minutes in a row. It can be
5, 5, and 5.
Yeah, 5, 5, 5, whatever, 10 and 5, whatever it needs to be. If when you stop for fuel, you can do 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, whatever it happens to be. Walk around your truck. We don't care what you do,
but we want this to be on purpose movement, okay? Because we love that you're active through the day when you're loading your truck or you're strapping things down or you're park further away, absolutely. But then kind of walk a little faster into the truck stop to make that movement count. And all movement counts, but this is an on purpose activity. This is right. I'm doing this because this is a part of what I need to do every day. So you can easily get 15 minutes of movement in. My philosophy is always, if you have time for Facebook, you have time for blank, which is movement. So scroll Facebook and walk around your truck if that's what it takes. If your mind needs that compromise, I'm okay. I'm a reasonable person. Okay. I'm a realist when it comes to, making these positive changes in our life. But I just want to remind you again, if there's a little birdie inside your brain, I call it the other mind, that's saying, don't do it, or, oh, it's too complicated, or it's too hot, or I don't have enough time, or it's because this is where I'm parked, or my person, whatever. Like, you have to ask yourself, is that real or is that false? Is that a made up lie because I don't want to do this? It's hard, it's different, it's uncomfortable. It's not what I'm used to. Or is that a legit reason? Because most of the time, those thoughts in our brain, those conversations that we're having are excuses. And I say that with the utmost respect, because this is, many of you know, I'm a recovering addict. This is the conversation that I had in my brain over and over and over again when I would finally catch myself, because I had the awareness of it, that I wasn't doing the basic things that I needed to do in order to step into recovery. And it really came down to the conversations in my head about why I would or wouldn't make the necessary steps to move forward towards recovery. And part of that was, do I really want a healthy, happy life? That was literally the question I would ask myself. Hope, do you really want what you say you want? And eventually that question I kept asking myself became more and more uncomfortable because my actions weren't matching what I wanted. And so that's really where this comes in. You can do 15 minutes of movement. You can turn off the phone 15 minutes before you go to bed. You can eat a fruit and vegetable. Sure, it might cost you a couple extra dollars or pennies, but guess what? So does sick care. Sick care. You know, when you go to the doctor and you get all those medications and you go in for all those checkups and you have to do all that stuff is expensive. It's way more expensive than a few extra pennies for something along those lines. And we're going to teach you some tips and strategies along the way. So don't stress about that. But, and also that bottle of water. So many health issues can be resolved simply by drinking water. And we're going to show you that in these next 5 weeks. So I typed it in the chat. You'll see that in the video clip. We'll also follow up with a post. That's 1 bottle of water, 1 veggie, 1 fruit, move for 15 minutes, relax for 15 minutes, turn off those electronics before you go to sleep. It's okay if you're tossing and turning. It's okay if it feels uncomfortable. Your body's not used to it. But I assure you, your body will be so thankful for it when you start doing that and you start practicing that. So let us know in the chat, say, yes, I'm in. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm going to try. That's all we want you to do. That's why this is 5 weeks and not 5 minutes, because it takes a while to build new habits and build a foundation. We understand that. That's why we're going to be coming back to live with you every single day and motivating you and supporting you and helping you move forward towards your best health for the long haul. This isn't a quick fix. This isn't next year you're back where you were. We want this to be a permanent, lifelong change for you.
Yes, it is truly a lifestyle. It's a new way of life, a new way of thinking, but you can do it. Together, we will make it work. We'll do it. We'll get it done.
Okay, I just want to say, hey to Carmen, yes. Robert Kronmeyer, yes. Cheryl, yes. I think I saw Robert Green on here, Marlene Bailey, Leah Myers, all of you. I see you on here. I see you saying, yes, I'm in. We are in for you. If you're in, Julie and I are in for you. And if you're a little on the fence, but you signed up, we're going to be all in for you until you're all in for yourself. That's the beauty of this accountability challenge and this completion challenge, is that we're going to keep encouraging you and pushing you along the way. So Julie, unless you have anything else, now you got to go out and do this stuff. Remember, post in the group, post your wins, post every win. I don't care how small it is, because that's going to motivate other drivers. This is how we create a snowball effect. This is how we motivate ourselves and other drivers just like you towards a happier, healthier, more active lifestyle. We can do this together. It's not just me. It's not just you. It's not just Julie. It's we. We can do this.
Absolutely. All right. I'm ready. Are you ready?
All right, we're ready.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, blast off. Look for some posts in the group. For those of you, if you have questions, feel free to tag Julie or I in the group or DM us. We want to make sure that you have everything that you need to start this challenge out strong. There are no silly questions. And until tomorrow morning, same place, 9 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Time. Put a notification in your phone. We will see you here in this group.
Absolutely. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Well, hope we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you Wednesday.
Yes. Bye, guys.